there's this interesting challenge that organizations very often deal with or don't deal with, but it occurs. And that is when an organization is established, it typically has a purpose. Why are we establishing this organization? What is our goal? If you establish a school, there are plenty of schools. Why are we starting this new, we'll still call it a private school. Why are we starting this new private school? Well, we want to make sure that we're offering a particular thing and a particular service or form of education that is lacking in other schools. And we start that organization, that school. And this is true for any type of an organization. What happens as the organization grows and they develop infrastructure and maybe they purchase a property or a building, and there's overhead and there's an entire structure to this organization that is evolving and developing. What happens with time is that the organization starts losing focus of its purpose in order to be able to sustain what it's created, and slowly actually becomes misaligned with its purpose because it becomes more focused and devoted to sustaining the organization. And then there becomes this misalignment, which of course is never productive. And suddenly you have an organization which started on one platform and is now operating, on this other platform or on this other mission statement. And I'm sharing all of this because I just had this really interesting conversation with a gentleman in our community, and he is a very big advocate of, you may have heard of this slogan, every Jew at 22, that every Jew should have a gun, and you need to make sure that we can defend ourselves. It's very dangerous times, etc. And I'm not disagreeing with with what he feels. I think some people feel more threatened than others or in danger than in others, and whatever it is, each to their own. And a lot of that has to do with demographics, like where you are and how realistic and honest you're being about the reality of the concern, etc., and depending on where you are, etc. But regardless of that, I countered to him that, what are you defending? And he says, well, I'm defending the Jewish people. And I asked him, what is this Jewish people that you are defending? Like, are we just a heritage of people, a minority that needs to be defended? What is this Jewish people? And my counter to him was that he should, the same way he wants every Jew to carry a gun, he should put on tefillin every day. And the reason why I was strongly recommending this to him, and I said it's not every day, at least once a week, right, is because then you have something to defend, right? There's Judaism stands for something. We were put here for a purpose and a mission. Some people refer to us as the conscience of the world, which I think is a great way of describing who we are as a people, right? How are we the conscience of the world? Are we just good people? Or were we given a mission in this world and we are living it, and now we want to make sure we're protecting it? Because I argued to him, if we are not actually living the mission of the Jewish people and identifying with the identity of what it means to be a Jew, right? Then yes, we can run around with guns and defend, but in 3 or 4 generations, although this will never happen, but in concept, were we to only have guns and not deal with, living out what it means to be a Jew in this world and the purpose God created Jews and put us in this world, we have nothing to defend. In 3 or 4 generations, there will be no Jews to defend. So firstly, we need to ask ourselves, are we being Jews? Oh, and now these Jews that we are being, this Jewishness that we are creating, must be defended. And then we have guns. So my argument to him was, you want to carry a gun wherever you go? Fantastic. Make sure you're putting on tefillin. So this way you are defending something. Otherwise, as history has shown, when Jews are not connected to our identity, we become like those organizations. We completely lose sight of what our agenda is, what our original agenda was, what our purpose actually is. and we deviate from that, there's a major misalignment. And guess what happens? The original mission just falls apart. It stops being. And I'm sharing this because every one of us, beginning with myself, can ask myself always how I can be more connected to and identified with and an expression of the spirit of the Jew. Because Jews are Jewishness, right? What we are defending, the Jewish people, is a spirit. It is a way of being. It is being an expression of God in this world. That's how I would define what being Jewish means. Maybe you have a different definition. And then we need to defend our ability to be this for the world. That's why, thank God, we have a powerful army in Israel. But there must be, first and foremost, a dedication to our purpose. So we have something to defend. I'd love to hear what you think about this, and please leave me a comment under this video.